Hey there, superstars. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And I'm coming to you today with a bit of a message. Oh my gosh, I had the best night's sleep ever. Oh my God, you guys who've been following me the last couple of days know that I have been completely and utterly wiped by really the personal development and the breakthroughs that I've been having, and also really just not getting enough sleep, just straight up, right? So anyway, today's message is a really important one for any of us who are focused on our personal development and our growth. I'm sure every single one of you guys who've been, immersing yourself in your own personal development for a while now, no doubt about it, you've had the experience in which, the people in your life have either come with you or gone in a different direction. And that's really what I want to talk into today. So it's a shout out for all of you guys who are growth minded, and maybe you're surrounded by some people in your life either now or in the past or maybe in the future coming up who just aren't going to get your growth and your new trajectory, if I can speak properly, in this journey of whatever your path is, and with those new insights. So at the end of the day, today's message is all about the fact that with every single new level of growth and empowerment that you access as an individual, however you do that, and however, if you're going to courses, if you are getting coaching, if you're getting any sort of external help that's helping you to leverage your potential, if you're just expanding your mind, your emotions, any area of your life where, even if it's in your health and you're getting new results in your health, in any way that you are accessing a new potential of your growth and your empowerment at every level, be prepared to lose those who've been keeping you small and pretty happy for you to stay the same. And also be prepared to connect deeper with those who encourage you to grow tall. Now, I have just had a pretty emotionally intense last 24 hours over and above outside of the event, in which I was making some massive shifts and changes, making some pretty deep realizations about why I do what I do, why I've done what I've done, and just a whole new level of growth that I was able to access in terms of actually diving deep into just being a really small child, between the ages of 0 to 7, we make a decision on who we think we need to be, how we need to operate. We take on board different patterns of behavior for the purposes of serving some sort of need. Usually it's in regards to belonging or getting love and acceptance and approval. But what happens is we never again challenge these patterns of behavior. And it's not until maybe later in life, if you're lucky, that you are either reach enough pain in your life where you're like, whoa, I have to look at this. What is this pattern of behavior that is continuously tripping me up and sabotaging my success in maybe my health, maybe in my relationships, maybe in my career or my finances? And or you get yourself along, like what happened to me was, I made these realizations because I got myself to a personal development event. Really, ultimately, my main purpose is always so that I can, put more tools in my tool belt so that I can help and serve more people on the mission that I'm on. But I have to start with me, and I wasn't actually expecting what came out for me. But at the end of the day, it was very profound, and it gave a lot of clarity over why I operate the way that I do in different realms. And it also gave me clarity in terms of, once you get clear on that, you get to make a choice and a change. And I'm an action taker, as I think you guys know, and that's how I work with all of my clients. So any of you guys who have worked with me or you're in the master classes, you absolutely know that everything that I do is to implement change, right? It's not just to learn a new thing and think you know it all, but it's actually how do we now apply that knowledge to our lives and break through to a next level. And, it's my goal of each day is to actually break through to a new level in some realm. It doesn't have to be huge, but just some sort of shift, some sort of change and breakthrough. And you've got to be able to take action in order to implement the change, I should say. But anyway, what's happened for me is that because I've made some new realizations, making some new shifts and changes, I've already had my first very challenging experience in a relationship. And this is to be expected, right? So I'm feeling I'm right in the transition of this right now. But what happened was, partly due to my new expansion and my new insights, somebody in my life who has been a very, very close person to me, kind of has been feeling a certain way, and kind of their fears were coming to the surface whilst I've been focused and directed on these new shifts and changes and insights that I've had, and kind of started out as potentially bringing us together and deepening our connection as I was able to share and express about like what was really going on, and relate that to the dynamic at play between myself and this other person, and for them to be able to hold space and listen to that without taking it personally, and actually see like the value in really finding and focusing on the things that might not be working, and that kind of was feeling like, okay, this could potentially be bringing us closer, right? But then after sleeping on it, the challenge then became that it went the other way. And it went in the way that, it felt like I was going to lose this person in my life, right? Because of these shifts, because of this new level of empowerment, because of this new level of authenticity, it felt like, okay, this actually is going to break us. It's not going to make us, it's going to break us, right? And it's kind of been going on all day. But right now where it's situated, it kind of went, from last night being, wow, it's that, connecting deeper because that person is encouraging me to stand taller. It then reverted back to, feeling like we're going to lose that relationship completely because they were threatened by my growth and wanting me to stay the same. And now it's transitioned again into a new, deeper level of connection. And so I don't know about you guys, but I tend to feel like my life is kind of the normal growth that a human being experiences. I kind of feel like I've got that on steroids, because my whole purpose and mission is connected to me growing myself and empowering myself to new levels. And if I'm going to be successful in serving an inspired mission and creating the true fulfillment that I've gotten total clarity over in my life, it means that I tenfold have to be growing myself, have to be empowering myself, have to be breaking through to new levels, or else I'm not going to be able to add the kind of value that I'm trying to add to you guys and the people that I work deeply with. And so if you end up being in some sort of relationship with me, intimate, friendship, whatever it is, if you come into my inner circle, you've got to kind of be the kind of person who is totally growth minded, and you're willing to get uncomfortable and, the unknown and that uncertainty. You've got to develop a mindset of, I thrive in that, and I trust and believe that because of this growth, I get better, we get better. That's kind of how it has to be. And because of that, I've lost a lot of old connections in my life who just, that's not interesting to them. What's interesting to them is very different. That can be very challenging. And I totally get that, because for us as human beings, it's, for most of us, it's incredibly scary to face our fears. For most of us, it is incredibly painful to see the people around us making shifts and changes, because we have such a scarcity mindset, such a fixed mindset, such a fear of loss, right? And so, because of that, because I've had the courage to, step beyond those kind of connections and love people from afar and not want to bring myself down, to stop myself from doing what I'm really fulfilled in terms of my growth and reaching my potential, I've definitely lost a lot of connections throughout my life, but I don't view it as losing out and regret filled or anything like that. I actually can have gratitude and appreciation for the people that have been in my life, because we've shared great memories, we've helped and supported each other, we've impacted one another. And I don't believe in having to have every relationship in your life stand the test of time necessarily, because I think we might be on the same path at some stage and we can choose to stay on the same path, but not if we are not finding that path authentic. And, there's definitely going to be times when we have to just go, you know what, you're going down this path, I'm going down this path. And, I love and respect everything that we've experienced and been through. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to love you from afar and take these memories. And I'm going to wish you the best on your journey in life. And I hope you do the same for me, and to be happy and grateful for what you've shared and move beyond that. But they're the kind of people, usually you go your separate ways because you're just not going to be aligned with them in some regard, or they could be the people we're talking about today that just maybe a little bit threatened by your growth, and they're the ones who would prefer you to just kind of stay small. So you have to be prepared to lose those people in your life, or instead of using the word lose, I'd probably just say move in a different direction and love those people from afar. And, again, you have to be prepared that when you do grow and you reach a new level of your empowerment and expansion and growth, then you also have to be prepared for those people in your life to readjust, like what's happened to me over the last 24 hours, where it's kind of gone like, yep, gonna be good, not gonna be terrible, yep, gonna be good, because that other person is readjusting to the growth that I'm going and the new pathway that I'm moving in the direction of. And because of that, we have to give those people a little bit extra time to just, are they going to readjust? Are they going to come on this journey and enhance my life as I enhance theirs? Or are they going to just go in their own separate direction and me continue down my path and just take that gratitude and take those memories and love from afar? And, you've also got to be prepared to experience a deeper level of intimacy with other people in your life as well. Because if they are the kind of people who want to see you grow tall, right? Not stay small, then as you grow, you actually grow your capacity to go deeper and deeper and experience a more intimate connection with another soul or another human being, right? And because of that, it's going to take some readjustment. It's kind of like the ripple effect from your own internal world, making that identification of something that needs to change, maybe then integrating a new piece of who you are. Then, going on that journey of actually implementing that new change in your life, that's actually going to readjust every aspect of your life, because wherever you are, if you're changing internally, you're taking yourself into the relationships, into the friendships, into your business, into your career, into your relationship with health and all the different areas of life, that's all going to shift and change. But if you develop the kind of mindset and the kind of belief system that I've done in my life, and the main one is I thrive in uncertainty, and I know and believe and trust that I will always be able to handle whatever inevitable challenge I'm faced with, and I would rather know the truth and be uncomfortable in the short term than take that quote unquote easy path that is, maybe a comfortable or a safe lie in some regard that keeps me all cushy. But ultimately it ends up in the long term in a really painful existence where I don't even know who I am. And I wake up to the fact that maybe I've been lying to myself or others and all that. And I've you guys who know my story, and you know I've done that for the majority of my life. And so I've been on this path and commitment to becoming my most authentically inspired self. And I honestly took it to a whole new level over the weekend, like I've shared with you guys, which I'm really inspired by. And because I've accessed a new level of empowerment, it's accessed a new level of authenticity and courage to speak my truth and actually allow it to come to the surface. And as a result, I've ruffled some feathers, but I've also grown new wings, and I've encouraged those other people to expand and grow new wings with me. Because without those new wings, we're just going to go our separate ways, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But, it's so much more inspiring when you surround yourself with other amazing human beings who absolutely, are encouraged and inspired by your growth and expansion. And because they see you do it, they want to be on that train too. All right. So really want to check in with you guys, and definitely let me know who's where you're joining me from, any words of wisdom on this topic. And again, I just want you to remember that with every new level of growth and empowerment that you access, you've got to be prepared to lose those who've been keeping you small and to connect deeper with those who encourage you to grow tall. Really hope this message has resonated with you, and let me check in with you guys. I can't wait. So I've got Tommy and DB and Adrian and Jared. I'm doing really well, my friend. I hope you are as well. Great to see you live. And Adrian, hello to you, and my other Adrian. So good to have you guys in the house. And Judy's here, and DB, good morning, V. I hope all is well. It absolutely is, and it's really great to see you back, my friend. And Anne-Marie's here, and Carl and Gamal. It is a lifetime issue. Nice look, Vanessa. Thank you, Gamal. Absolutely. This is going to be a recurring theme in your life. If you're growth driven, even if you're not, I probably would expect that every single one of you guys who watches a video like this is you're growth minded, right? That's why you're interested in the conversations that we have here. But at the end of the day, no matter whether you are somebody who loves to grow or you're somebody who doesn't necessarily, there's going to be impacts on our relationships where one or either us or the other person is growing and expanding or shifting and changing, and it's going to threaten the dynamic. But you know what? Like, the best way to look at it, oh my God, I can't speak properly right now, is to actually go, every time one or both of us grows, we actually leave behind the old dynamic and we expand up. We kind of spiral up into something new and more extraordinary. All right. So that's the kind of perspective that I have. That's why I'm never, ever, ever scared of growth, either my own growth or the growth of those around me. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm actually terrified of myself not growing and the people I'm in close relationship with not growing, because I know that with a lack of growth means a lack of fulfillment and more of a neediness from one side to the other of trying to fulfill, that void that only we as an individual can truly fulfill for ourselves. So the greatest gift that we can give to anybody that we love is ultimately that growth within ourselves, so that we can become whole individuals who aren't trying to get something from somebody else, but are actually there to give and expand and enhance each other's lives. So just a shift in perspective there. But yes, I totally agree, Gamal. And Julie's here, and Justin, and Brom, and Carlos, and John, and Sanket. And Shane's here as well. And John, you always deliver such beautiful messages. John, I'm so grateful to hear that, my friend, and awesome to see you. Hope you're doing amazingly well. And thank you for the compliment. And Philip's here as well. And Jean-Francois, it's great to see you, my friend. And Alex is here as well. Yay. And Filippo and Max. Much love to you, Max. Spent the weekend getting to connect with you. I really owe, a big piece of my growth, definitely to you, and the room that you created to hold such space for all of the individuals present to actually make their shifts and changes and breakthroughs, and yeah, just extraordinary. So I look forward to connecting way more, Max. And Victoria's here as well, and Vicky and Philippe and Patty and Sam and Angie and Veronica. It is awesome to see each and every one of you guys. I'm super grateful when you guys can join me live, and I just see Melissa joining as well. Absolutely energizes me, touches my heart. I'm grateful for the time that you spend to connect in on these messages. Always grateful for you connecting and contributing to the conversation with any questions or comments or words of wisdom. So thank you for all that you do, and really hoping that today's message has served you. And Manu, I'm seeing you join as well. So all of you guys who are just joining me now, please do watch the recording. I hope you get a ton of value from today's message. And as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, and that you're doing something super empowering, and today's message has absolutely served you and mainly, got you thinking about empowering yourself more to become your best self. Don't limit yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Don't be afraid of change and growth and expansion and empowerment. Actually tap into it, step into it. And those who want you to be your absolute best are going to come on that journey with you. There might be some challenges and some friction in the beginning, but they will absolutely, build those wings too and come on that journey with you. And those who are just not willing to change and maybe just want you to stay small, you're going to have to go a different direction, but maybe that's for the best. All right. So hope this message has reached you and resonated with you. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. So I'm sending you all of my love until then.